Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the gala night. We have arrived. We're so excited that you guys are here and with us. If you've been following along on our Facebook page and have seen our promotions and stuff, you would have seen that our theme for this year is the future is bright. So, Deb, what does that mean?
Well, I'd love to talk about it because it's so important. The future is bright. I love that that's our theme this year. World Hope believes in a holistic approach in all of our different programs, and education is key in that holistic approach. And we do it right from the ground up. We've done education right from teaching moms how to help with their babies all the way up to secondary education. And so the future is bright, and children are such a huge part of that. We believe that by empowering children, they will play an important part in transforming their own communities and impacting the world around them. And we believe that they are the key to sustainable change in their communities. And so the future is bright with kids, and we are excited to talk about that tonight at our gala.
Oh, that's so good. This story that we're sharing tonight is powerful. We've never shared it before.
Yes.
And I really think people are going to love it. It's going to
Mhm.
resonate with so many people. Um, Something really cool about our gala is it's not just World Hope Team, but we have so many people that help us out. And we have some awesome guest speakers. And that we couldn't do this alone.
Yes, the guest speakers I'm very excited about tonight. And one of the other things that's really cool about our gala is that we have sponsors so that every dollar that you give goes right into our funds. And everything that was used to make the gala comes from our incredible sponsors, some amazing sponsors.
Yeah, it's so cool to see local businesses come together and help us out. And
Mhm.
like you said, now every dollar given just goes right into our Hope Fund.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Thank you to our sponsors. You'll be hearing their names throughout the event, but we are very, very thankful.
Yeah, we
Um,
have even more sponsors than that, and you'll get to see their logos and hear about them throughout the whole night, which is really cool.
yeah, super cool. So on Facebook, we've been talking a bit about education. We've been sharing some of our favorite school subjects and what education means to us. Even some embarrassing school photos were released. And
Yes.
so, obviously, that's going to be tied into the theme tonight. But yeah, what was your school experience like? What was it like?
So I went to a lot of different schools. We moved to Australia when I was a kid, and so I went to a kindergarten, which is not kindergarten like we call it here. It was actually preschool. And then preschool is what we call kindergarten here, which is weird. And so I went to another school for that. And then I went to a private school and I got to wear a cool uniform, which if you saw the picture, I'm wearing a
Yeah,
very adorable little uniform.
socks.
And then we moved back to Canada and I went to more schools and I was homeschooled at one point and I went to another private school and I went back to public school. So I've had the whole realm of
Yeah.
private, public, and homeschool. But yeah, I loved school. It came easy to me, which is nice and not what happens for everyone. And as a mom with kids with learning disabilities, I know the other end of that when
Mhm.
school is difficult and hard for kids. But for me, I liked school. I'm an extrovert, so I liked being able to socialize every day with my friends and chat during class when I probably shouldn't have been, and reading. And so, yeah, I really liked school.
Yeah, that's cool. I maybe was on the other side. I didn't really enjoy getting up and going and studying, and that was always hard for me, but I
Mhm.
did love there was one year where all three of my sisters and I overlapped in the same school, and that was so fun having them there. Also, I loved just like all the sports teams. I played
Mhm.
basketball and soccer, and that was always fun to like feel connected and be around others. And so I don't know, would I say I enjoyed going to school every day? Probably not. But definitely thankful for my education because I know it's allowed me
Yeah.
where I'm at now.
Yeah, definitely. I loved the social aspect, and I'm sure I liked a majority of my classes. Obviously, there's classes that some people don't like, but yeah, I just like I liked all the fun classes like
Yeah.
drama class, and we
Cook.
did, yeah. We had one year where we had a brand new class and it was called Canadian literature. And it was just reading books written by Canadians. And
Oh,
I'm a huge reader. And so I was like, I'm taking that class. And
yeah.
it was a brand new teacher to the school, and he was hilarious. He used to be a bouncer at bars, and he looked like Mr. Clean, and he loved me and my friends, so we could do whatever we wanted in class. And we just like we read all the time and talked about books. It was like the perfect class for a
Yeah.
book nerd.
Oh,
So
that's so fun. I love
yeah.
things like that. I'm sure you guys have your favorite teachers or some memories. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What did you love most about your education, school? Maybe it was just hanging with your best friend every day, passing notes or something crazy. Let us know. We would love to hear. Um, but yeah, so we're getting closer. We're minutes away.
Yay.
And so let's just chat about ways that people can participate and have fun throughout the gala.
Yes, definitely. We want you to engage with us while you're watching the gala. Like our video, comment on it, tell us stories about school, maybe share a little picture of you at school, and then share it with your friends. Share the video so that other people can come and see some good news and some incredible stories.
Yes, please share, hit the share button now so you can just do it now before the gala begins. The more people we reach with this good news, the better. And so obviously we have to have a little incentive. So you would share. If you do, let us know in the comments, and we are going to send you an awesome World Hope sticker just to say thanks. They are super cool. We both have them on our water bottles, so we get to see this every day. They're durable, dishwasher friendly, and just a cool reminder that you're participating with a cool organization like World Hope. So please share.
Yeah, they're like the best stickers. They're like thick and like they feel nice. Like they feel like good stickers, guys. You want these. So we're wrapping up here, and I have to address the mystery that we've been talking about for the last month on our Facebook page. If you follow our page, you've probably seen that we've been talking about how we're doing something that we have never done before at a World Hope Gala.
Yeah, so mysterious. I'm on the edge of my seat. Are you gonna tell us now?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not. You're gonna have to keep watching to see what it is. But a small hint is that it's linked to our World Hope's 25-year anniversary. We're celebrating 25 years since the founding of World Hope, and we have an awesome opportunity to celebrate, and that's going to be announced soon.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. I think people are really going to love it. And also we have our World Hope founder, Dr. Joanne Lyon, joining us tonight. Always an honor to have her here. She loves Canada. She loves being in these events with us. So it'll be so fun to hear from her. And so we're almost there. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back on after the gala, but enjoy these next 30 minutes, guys.
Online Gala. I'm so excited that you're here and that you are joining us. Did you know that we're celebrating 25 years since the founding of World Hope? And in honor of that, we have a goal tonight to raise $25,000 for the Hope Fund. 25 years of bringing opportunity, dignity, and hope to the most vulnerable people around the world. What an incredible thing to celebrate. Before we get started, I'd love to thank all of the sponsors who made this event possible. Because of them and their generosity, every single dollar that you give will go right towards our $25,000 goal. Our silver and gold sponsors are iFood Equipment, Air Convenience, Warren Transport, Tremtech, St. John First Wesleyan Church, the Wesleyan Church of Canada, the Atlantic District of the Wesleyan Church, and the Central Canada District of the Wesleyan Church. Thank you so much for being our sponsors. We really appreciate the way that you're investing in kingdom work through World Hope around the world. We're giving tonight to the Hope Fund. The Hope Fund is an unrestricted fund that allows us to respond at any moment's notice to an emergency or a crisis or a need that might take place across the world or in our projects. It allows us to strengthen our programs so that we can be even more effective, and it helps us serve the vulnerable through education, anti-human trafficking projects, clean water, resourcing, and much, much more. We're so excited to be able to meet that goal tonight, and I am so thankful that you're here to join us for that. Now, for the really exciting news, I can't wait. I've been waiting to tell you this, but tonight we have two incredibly generous donors who have said, you know what, we love World Hope, we believe in World Hope, and we know that whenever we give, impact happens. And these two donors have come together, and up to our $25,000 goal, they are generously going to match every single dollar right till our $25,000 goal is met. What an incredible opportunity for every dollar that you give to be doubled. The impact is doubled and the investment in people is doubled. It's such an exciting thing. And while these two donors have opted to remain anonymous, we're just so grateful that they believe in World Hope and they believe in inspiring you to give above and beyond so that we can see opportunity, dignity, and hope take place across the world. There are a lot of different ways that you can give tonight, and if you aren't prepared to give right now, you can do a pledge, and that will go towards our goal of $25,000. You can call the phone number, you can go on the website and give. We have links on here for you to be able to go and give easily in a way that makes sense for you. Just go to worldhope.ca or follow the links in the comments, and you will be able to make that possible and make it easy for us to reach our goal tonight. This past year has been a really hard one for our family. You see, it's become really clear that our son has sensory processing disorder, and we couldn't figure out why life has been so difficult. Why has school been a challenge? And why has it been difficult to explain to people that meltdowns happen and that it's been a really difficult season in learning? I've been advocating for my son. I've been working with occupational therapists to try to figure out how we can help him process the world around him. I've been talking to counselors, we've been working on anxiety, we've been doing so much to try to make his future as bright as it can be. But can you imagine living in a place where there's no access to occupational therapists? Or maybe it's not even possible to be able to talk to a medical doctor to find out what's happening with my child and why are they having trouble learning? Can you imagine maybe not even having access to any education system and your child not being able to learn, develop, and grow into the person that they were created to be? Tonight, we're going to talk about the future being bright for children around the world who are connected to World Hope programs that give them opportunity, dignity, and hope for an incredible future. We believe that children are the future of our communities and that they are going to be the change makers in the next generation. I'm so excited that you're here with us, and if you are a parent or a friend or an aunt or an uncle or a cousin or a brother or a sister, I know that you know someone in your life who has had challenges in education or in learning or in development or in grasping how to be who God has created them to be fully. Tonight, though, we are going to celebrate that the future of children is bright.
What if a life journey could never round a corner? What if a path was paved from the very beginning? Traveling might be a mindless glide from one place to the next. The luxury of not having to think about where to turn, when to stop, or what dangers might require you to alter your pace. This could give the optical illusion of ease, but what if the straight road became a dead end? Nowhere left to go, no opportunities or choices or optimism. In a life like that, it's turned into a map. It would be no more than a short, straight line. There is no purpose in a road that does not take you anywhere. This is the map of the lives of the people in Livno. They do their best to navigate the roads that lead to nowhere, and their pupils, woven with reflections of bitter orange rooftops, may see 1,000 places of new paved pathways. But in each direction exists 1,000,000 gray barriers, resembling familiar mountains all too high to climb and calling out to the valleys only to return an echo that exclaims, "Anywhere is better than here." But there is nowhere to go. The landscape, as uneasy as life itself, is a beautifully depressing reminder that every eye that has rested upon it, that the struggle of a parent to find work doesn't just go away. Achieving any amount of affluence has worse odds than the last, and that every generation born is born into misfortune, and that every set of eyes that hold a glance towards reality also contain the desperation of a parent that wants to scream, "I don't want that for my child." Arms that hold the repercussions of a city that begs to be anywhere else on the map. If it just means having a little more and a tiny child's hands that can move but can't even hold a pencil. But if you look really close up, you might be able to spot one woman with hope as she throws a nickel into a fountain and hopes that it will change something. Petra, navigating a nation of hostility, depression, and confusion, leading her children while relying on only an unfinished map as a guide and a world of hope that lives inside of her.
Moja struka je vezana za moju djecu, ja sam roditelj, ja sam pedagog. Ja sam Petra Perković, ja sam magistar pedagogiji, udana sam i imam 2 djece, jednu curicu i jednog dječaka i živim u Livnu. Kao pedagog radim u dječjem vrtiću Sunčani most i u World Hope-u projekt ples pisanja. Kako bih rekla, pedagog je taj koji pravi nastavne planove i programe zajedno sa svojim kolegama, koji prilagođuje djeci, znači sudjeluju potpuno u odgojnom i obrazovnom procesu. Jer ja moje prvo radno iskustvo je bilo, ja sam učila jednog dječaka da crta ravne linije. Njemu je bilo 5 godina. On ne zna. Ja se pitam, zašto, kako ne znaš nacrtati pravu liniju, ravnu crtu? Dijete ne zna. Ja sam došla kući i rekla sam, ok, ne zna, on nije na tom mentalnom nivou da to zna. Meni je to bilo jako nezamislivo, to su obične stvari koje imala sam osjećaj, tu znaš, tu moraš znati. Ljudi se definitivno ovdje osjećaju depresivno. Mi bez novca ne možemo živjeti. Ljudi ovdje nemaju nikakvu mogućnost. Nemaju ljudi s fakultetom, da ne spominjemo one ljude koji su završili samo srednju školu, koji bi isto tako trebali imati priliku da rade. Znači, ovdje je stanje generalno depresivno. Samo ljudi isto dosta misli da je svugdje bolje nego ovdje. Zbog toga dosta svađa, zbog rata, ljudi nikako to nisu prešli. Znači, rat je bio, ima 15 godina, završio se. 15 godina je jako puno da ti možeš jednostavno riješiti sam sa sobom, ali kod nas to još jako se osjeti. I spolno, i vjerski, i u svakom smislu se još osjeti te posljedice rata. Možda prije nije bilo tako, ja ne znam, ali od rata mislim da je dosta toga ostalo. Stanovništva, a to je nemoguće jer mi naša država ne poduzima ništa da promijeni to, da se te razlike prelaze, nego u biti još nas unazađuje jer stalno. Tu ne mogu reći da sam ja potpuno pesimistična, ja ovdje živim, meni je ovdje ok, ja tu želim sad živjeti, ali u našem gradu, u našoj državi, ali sada je to široko da govorim na nekom državnom nivou, ali barem mislim u našem gradu da se zbilja treba nešto pokrenuti kako bi mi našu djecu usmjerili na neki pravi put. Znači da definitivno.
Wow, what a story. But I just wanted to tell you that World Hope has been all about hope for children as well. I well remember the first time I was in the Philippines and went to an indigenous group and these small children were singing. And the man next to me said, "Oh, it feels so good to see these children singing because these little girls were given in marriage when they were born and they would have never had any hope for education. And now World Hope has done this. Well, I want to tell you now, 25 years later, those little girls obviously have grown up. They've gone to college. Many have come back to that community. They're teaching. Some are pastors. Some are nurses. Yes, there is hope for children. Wow, I can't wait. I want to see what else happens with Petra.
Amongst the most precious of treasures are a child's tender hands, a manifest of comfort and gentleness, softness and curiosity, the tools which they treat and explore and create. If a child could place their grasp firmly, they might hold onto monkey bars, metal and skin, and exclusive collaboration, sand and clammy hands, becoming the satisfiers of curiosity. If a child's feet could sink into the sand, or traverse grass fields under the umbrella of a voice calling joyfully to classmates across the way, if a child's hands and feet could grasp a playground set, or if their fingers could interlock with a friend's each morning, they wouldn't be special. In fact, they would be the way that children are supposed to be, clinging to the curiosities that hold them together, the relationships that rise up from them for each and every opportunity. Not in Livno. Here, children's hands don't interlock or wrap themselves around metal bars in mindless bliss. And while these parts of life seem like they might be unnecessary privilege, to a child, they are the difference between experience with curiosity, unlocking a world of education and opportunity, and grasping livelihood like they were born to. They were born to. Instead, they unlock screens, lace their fingers across together with unpreparedness, fidget with the key to possibility between their fingertips, and when they drop it, they forget to pick it up. And even if they did, there is no one to teach them how to use it. So instead, concentration becomes a rarity, like mining for gold. You can't expect a child to know these things if they were never told, or have something they were never given, or get something that they never got taught how. So now, speech challenges, memory loss, and all these, inattentiveness, are not just things that might come later in life, but bolts on the doors of their first grade classrooms that they are now locked out of. And through their hands would be willing to grasp a pencil. How can they learn to hold something like that with a closed door to education? No matter how curious they are, or how badly they want to create, or how much their feet want to move them forward, they don't know how to be children with chance and opportunity.
Ja sam čula za World Hope od svoje prijateljice, ja sam uvijek maštala o tome, ja želim raditi u World Hope. Kao kako, i onda smo svi kao govorili, pa probaj napisati neki projekt, pa nešto, pa se prijavi, pa ja nikad tu, koga ću ja naći da mi pomogne pisati projekt, nikad nisam napravila tu ništa i onda sam preko Marijane, dobila priliku tu da radim ples pisanja i to mi je bilo super. Sad ušla sam u workshop, sada želim tu, ovo ti stvarno govorim iskreno, sada želim tu sigurno ostati, bez obzira na bilo koji drugi posao, tu će uvijek biti baš bi volila da tu budem. I kad sam dobila priliku za ples pisanja, tu sam stvarno, baš sam se trudila i baš sam željela koji ima problema, koje nije uspjelo upisati se u školu, nego je odgođen jednu školsku godinu. I onda kad radim s njim, u suradnji naravno ili s Marijanom ili s nekim, jer obično se dogovorimo šta, kako, s različitim dijagnozama. Može postojati milijun razloga, ali kažem najčešće je to djeca koja kognitivno nisu dovoljno sazrela da krenu u školu. Većina djece koja dolazi kod mene ili evo kod mojih kolegica u World Hoop, znači djeca sva imaju problem koji se zove ekranizam. Znači ta djeca su pred ekranima, ta djeca ne znaju što je papir i olovka, nego sve što uče na tabletima, na mobitelima. Pa većinom su to djeca, znači sa, ne mogu reći poremećajem pažnje, ali sa definitivnom malom koncentracijom, gubitkom pažnje, kratkoročnim pamćenjem i sa vrlo velik broj djece dolazi sa govornim poteškoćama. To je naš problem. Mi još nismo, dosta kod nas je ostalo toga, roditelji nisu educirani i rat je prošao i svašta nešto i roditelji jednostavno nisu dovoljno educirani, niti se trude biti educirani zbog svog djeteta i izostaje taj rad kod kuće. Znači oni se ne druže s vršnjacima, ne igraju lopte u parku, ne penju se, ne trče. Znači imamo jako veliki problem djece sa tom grubu motoriku. Tiče nekih mogućnosti koje kod nas za djecu jako je malo. Evo znate i vi da mi u našem gradu imamo jako malo nekih sportskih aktivnosti na koje možemo uključiti djecu. Tu su sve velike grupe. To su neki osnovni sportovi, mi nemamo bazena da može dijete, na primjer, poslati na plivanje. Svoj glas i reći ja ne želim to za svoje dijete, to nije dobro za moje dijete. I ponudite neke mogućnosti. Učimo i ples pisanja jednom tjedno, i grafomotoriku, i percepciju. Znači pripremamo djecu za školu na neki potpuno novi način. Sam ples pisanja je novi način jer to u našem gradu nikad nije bilo. Ljudi apsolutno ne znaju što je ples pisanja, iskreno nisam ni ja znala. Znači kad kažeš ples pisanja ljudi misle da sam ja trener, da ja plešem, da djeca za mnom ponavljaju, a to je u biti potpuno neka druga metoda kako djecu kroz ples, odnosno ono što je njima blisko, naučimo držati olovku, stvoriti dominantnu ruku, povećati koncentraciju i pažnju. Znači sve to radimo kroz ples pisanja koji, kažem, je sad postao sve, samo više nije ples pisanja nego je puno više od toga. I spremamo se na neki potpuno drugi način, nema ništa nije nametnuto, idemo korak po korak. Mi nemamo bilježnice u koju moramo naučiti pisati slova, nego idemo sve postepeno, korak po korak, kažemo od držanja olovke do kasnije slova i svega. I tako da mi je drago da sam došla u World Hoop, što znam, što sam završila i nemam nikakvog pritiska sa strane. Znači, tu sam dobila priliku da radim, da se pokažem, a to dvoje skupa doprinosi mom napretku, znači da učim nove stvari. Ja mislim, World Hoop je jedina ovakva organizacija kod nas gdje djeca mogu besplatno dolaziti na tretmane, a to je kod naših ljudi jako važno, pošto ljudi, kad sa svima njima razgovaram, učim ja sama puno više stvari, stječem puno više iskustva i primjenjujem te stvari s djecom. Pa na kraju nije to samo ta priprema za školu, nego priprema za život kod nas ovdje. Prije svega, ne znam, rekla bi tu da pripremaš i za neki život i pripremaš i volim biti optimistična. Ok, nije sada dobro, ali sigurno mora biti bolje. Ću jednog dana dobiti priliku i za sve, da ćemo mi svi dobiti priliku da ovdje živimo jedan normalan, opušten život, da ne pomišljamo na to da trebamo otići, odseliti, da tu možemo odgajati djecu, da ja sam majka pa uvijek misliš svojoj djeci najčešće da će oni isto tako dobiti priliku za odgovarajuće obrazovanje, da će uspjeti ići u školu normalno, završiti ili ne završiti fakultete, ok, to će biti njihov izbor. Ali imam nadu za život ovdje.
What hope can one woman take hold of? How much change can she fit into her hands before it falls through the gaps between her fingers? How long can she serve as the only ladder on which an entire community relies to reach for better? When she maps out an escape route for hostility, how can she be sure that it will be used? How can she project the worthiness that she sees in each child's eyes for the rest of the community? One at a time, she cuts out for each child a rusty key that they might one day use for opportunity. She teaches them to stop fidgeting and instead wrap their grip around its metal. One by one, she puts them back on their feet, teaches them to move and learn willingly, sings to them a tune of youthful smiles, and reminds them that today might not be good, but tomorrow will be better. It has to be. And in the midst of practical preparation, education. For children otherwise at a loss, she buries in their hearts a treasure chest of the most precious belongings that they'll ever own. Hope. For the odds not to be against them, for the opportunity of a stress-free life, for the cycle of the unpreparedness not to continue, for her passion. She teaches them. But at the end of the day, she is still just one woman with one heart and one hope. She needs more. They need more. And it's starting here with a team of people who care, who believe that it can be better, and who will not stop until it is. It is not just about a better childhood or less depression or someone's job. Whatever action it's taken now and will be for life.
What an incredible gala. How cool that Petra is working with children in Bosnia and saying, I believe that your future is bright. You are made in the image of God, and we are going to move you towards the person that you were created to be. And World Hope does that across the world. In all of our projects, we work with children to say, your future is bright. We want you to be the change maker in your community and the future leader that you can be. Now is the time to give. If you haven't given yet, this is the time to do so. We are moving towards our $25,000 goal. And remember, up to our $25,000 goal, every single dollar is matched. You have a chance to double your impact right now if you give, thanks to our 2 generous donors. We're so thankful for our sponsors that made this event possible. Please, if you know them, connect with them and thank them for their incredible generosity as well. And I want you to remember that the future is bright and that through opportunity, dignity, and hope, World Hope is seeing a bright future for children across the world.
What a wonderful story, a story of hope. I love what's happening in Bosnia and all around the world for that matter. And what's happening with children and as they are being educated and new worlds open up to them and just the joy of all that can take place. But I'm just sitting here thinking, folks, 25 years ago, I would have never dreamed this would be happening today. I would have never dreamed all that has happened. And I want to thank you in Canada. I well remember being on the 100 Huntley Street show. And it was fantastic. And the funds raised for our amputees in Sierra Leone. And they even came over and did filming there. And Canada, you've been great, and you continue to be great. And the wonderful things that you're doing is making the world different. And it's making the world as God intended for it to be. You see, that's why we've been called to do this, is God is empowering us to do his work, that all people that he has created will flourish. That's his goal. Thank you for being part of working hand in hand with God to make this world flourish as he envisioned and had in mind to be. And thank you for your giving today, because that's what makes the difference. Great to be with you, and I love you all.
Woo, what an evening.
That was so exciting. I loved hearing such incredible stories.
Yeah, that was so encouraging. I feel like my day was brightened because of this event. Thank you guys for participating. We'll announce prize winners later. So stay tuned on our Facebook page, and our video is actually going to be available to watch all weekend long, and you guys can give until Monday.
And we now know what the mystery was. Isn't that incredible that we have a match of $25,000 for every dollar you give? Up to $25,000, it will be matched. That's amazing. Like, that's just going to keep us going for the next 25 years.
Yes.
But you know, that's so incredible. I absolutely love the people that believe so much in what World Hope's doing, that they are willing to give to make this match happen. So
yeah, it's super cool and a great way to celebrate 25 years of World Hope.
Yeah.
I just couldn't think of anything better. We're really thankful for our match donors. And again, shout out to all of our sponsors for making this event possible. You guys are awesome. We really hope you enjoyed tonight. You can give throughout the weekend, hop online, give now, help us reach our goal. And thank you.
Yeah, keep sharing it. Share that good news all weekend long.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.